Hey guys, Tucker here. Probably just gonna put this on my main channel, but not any of the other ones because it's not a Nintendo game or Pokemon. But came to talk about three exactly of my favorite guns of all time, and I started out owning them as airsoft guns. So here they are. All right, I don't know how good the mic will be because it's pointed up, but also there's gonna be glare, and this sucks at autofocusing. But my first one ever. I think I used to have this in black when we had airsoft wars when I was a kid, but 1911. Simple trigger. I like that. This one has the little hole in the hammer. I hate that. But standard. Actually, these grips are from a. Oh, never mind. I took the grips off of this to paint gold for one of my 1911s. I have two. But this is the first one I ever had. I always just liked it. Simple, beautiful, heavy. This was my favorite. Small mags. But yeah, this was one of my first and favorite airsoft guns. And sentimental value because it was my first actual gun. When I turned 21, I got my concealed, and then when I turned 22, I got this. Took this bad boy with me to Arizona. Taught my friend Regan how to shoot. And he liked it a lot, so he just liked the simple hammer, simple trigger. I guess I should probably show you it's clear. It has, maybe it's bullets in it, but nothing in there. But yeah, just legitimately exactly the same. Like, they both got that. They both got the little safeties that actually work. Simple trigger. Mag release is the same. Favorite airsoft gun, still my nightstand gun. I hit something like 100 yards away with this or further at the rock pit. Second shot. Wasn't my target either. I didn't think I'd hit it, so I just shot at it. But that brings us on to the next one, which was my favorite gun for a while. But I'll go over the one that topped it. Actually, no, we'll save this one till last, just because it has extra sentimental value. We'll do this one. This was my all-time favorite airsoft gun. My bad. Smith & Wesson. I honestly don't think it even had a name for this. Nah, just a Smith & Wesson. 4506, there it is. 4506. Yeah, these guns, almost looking like a 1911. They're somewhat thin, and they're just the comfiest thing ever to hold in your hand. They're gorgeous. I love them. They're so slim, they feel, and these is airsoft guns shot nice. They even have these little top sights right here that are, you cannot see that, huh? If I knew which way to face things in a camera, that'd be fun. Yeah, that's not gonna focus. Not even close. I just want to focus on my hand. I almost got it, but anyways. Once again, another beautiful gun. Yeah. Beautiful. Ugh. Actually, use this. Huh. I'm trying to use a 1911 mag. Anywho, so that gun I've wanted more than anything in my entire life for the longest time, and it's 4506s are easy to find. They're not too expensive. But I always wanted the 10mm one. They use this gun, so I finally got one. They use this gun, the 4506 version of it, but it's the same thing, it's just 10mm, same size. Miami Vice, old school one, not that Colin Farrell one. Don Johnson, my boy, and Bad Boys, I think 1 and 2. I might be wrong about that, but at least one of the Bad Boys, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, and just stainless and beautiful. Smith & Wesson 10006. Let's see if it'll almost. There it is. 1006. And yeah, this one's just my favorite gun of all time, and I can't believe I finally got it. 10mm. Show that clear. Yeah, they legit everything. This is pretty. On this gun, it's a decocker. On this gun, it doesn't move. And this is the safety on this one, so it's a little different. And this is just slide. and takedown pin. But yeah, literally like the exact same thing. Like this trigger guard is the same too. Trigger's a little different, but everything's exactly the same. Even has this little red dot. Cool as that. Standard hammer. I love it. It's the best feeling gun I've ever shot. Accurate, packs a little punch, and just the most beautiful sights of all time that we won't get in this picture again, but I'm going to try. Oh, not bad. Yeah, so that's my favorite gun of all time. This is the one I carry now. My open carry, because I always get compliments on it by gun people. That brings me to the final one, my favorite before that one. SIG. This gun has some special value. P226. So, focus on. Oh, give me it, you dick! This hates me about focusing today, doesn't it? There it is. 2d6. Something just special. I always liked how these felt too. They're a little thicker because they're double stack mag, but they're so clean. Bad. But I had two of these. I think one Brandon might still have because it was at a Halloween party. I think he accidentally put it in his car and it never to be seen again, so it's gone now. But this is just my favorite. My favorite because, like I said, it just shot the best, was the prettiest, but I also liked it because it was black. When I was a kid, I took the tip off like a dumbass. That being said, don't do that. When me and my friend Brian were in 7th or 8th grade, I can't remember, middle school though, we went over to his house to work on a project for school, some spray painting Julius Caesar crap, I think. Chris Weston was also part of it. But we decided to go have an airsoft war in a field. The only problem was the field was the elementary school we went to. It was a half day, so there was no kids in school at the time, but there were still teachers there hanging out. And guns on school property is a no-go, no matter if it's in or out. As I would learn when I get the concealed permit and read all the rules about guns and know everything so I don't get arrested. Yeah, but in 8th grade, I'm an idiot, so I don't know that. So we were playing with these things in the field, and then we decided to go visit one of our old teachers, Miss Connolly. And so we go in there, we talk to the librarian, Mr. Burns, and we go over to the portable. She's not there. We saw like 2 or 3 other teachers on our walk. We're walking out to the front of the school, and all of a sudden a cop's coming up to us. He's like, "Hey, you guys the ones that have guns?" I said, "We got airsoft guns, not real guns." He's like, "I need to see those." So my dumb ass starts reaching towards my pocket. He draws his gun down on me. He's like, "Don't move, up against the wall. Don't touch your pockets." I was like, "Oh, my bad, bro. You said let me see him." So I'm like, I wasn't really that freaked out, but like, I was like, okay, this is like, I don't want to get in trouble. My parents think I'm working on a project, we're playing airsoft guns. That was my concern. I didn't think he'd shoot me or anything. Also, since then I've had guns pointed at me multiple times, cops and criminals, doesn't bother me. But anyways, so he pulls it out of my pocket, sees their airsoft guns. He's like, "Well, somebody said you were threatening to kill the teachers here." And we're like, "What the hell? No, we weren't. Like, we were just playing airsoft guns, and then we went to go visit one of the, like, to a few of the ones we liked. And, like, we never said that at all." And he's like, "You weren't even joking?" I was like, "No, we weren't." "What? No, we wouldn't be joking, because obviously it's not a thing. You can't kill somebody with an airsoft gun." Well, I mean, if you're fucking John Wick, you probably could, but, yeah, you don't just kill somebody with an airsoft gun. So, he shows me how his looks exactly the same as mine. Like that, safety works, trigger, hammer, everything, mag release. He shows me his and takes me home in the cop car. Anyway, long story short, I ended up getting suspended for a week and a half because the principal at the school didn't believe that we didn't say it. So in order to get my sentence reduced, I just lied to them and told them that we did say the threat, so they would just believe me and give me a minimum sentence. Even though we never said it. To this day, never said it. I always fess up to things when I fuck up. We didn't say shit. But yeah, anyway, so I'm a dumbass, but legit, this is the real one. Like, if there wasn't tape on this one, and this one was still like when I got it, not like holster worn, what's the difference? You really don't know, and especially if you're a cop without the orange tip on the front. Anything that even looks like a gun could be a gun. Like, you have a piece of wood that looks like a gun, he'd still think it's a gun. Like, this legitimately, you cannot tell the difference. I sent my friend a picture the other day of my gun cabinet. I said, which one's the airsoft gun? This was in there with like 10 other real guns. Can't tell. And on this one's a decocker. Not a safety like it is on this. But yeah, slide release is still the same. Takedown pin's still the same. Obviously this one's been lost because years and years and years of having it. But mag release is the same. RIP round. Clear for you. I should do that at the start of it so you don't yell at me, YouTube. But yeah, took me forever to find this bad boy though, and it was one of my top 3 most expensive guns because everyone always gets this in like a 40 cal, or if they get it in a 9mm, it's double action only. I shipped this one from like Pennsylvania or something because it's the only one that's a 9mm double action, single action. So like the trigger pull, still automatically do that even though decocker. The trigger pull for the decock is like I think 8 to 10 pounds, somewhere in that range, and then the trigger pull for the single action is like 2 or 3 or something. It's ridiculous. It has the smoothest pull I've ever of any gun I own. I like the 10mm more, but this one's probably the smoothest and best shooting one I've ever had. Like no jam wise and just smooth. But yeah, sorry for droning on. This one's got a rail, that one doesn't, but I'm fancy. I'm so fancy. Yeah, just this one has like the best night sights of all time. You can't really see, but they glow like a mother effer. Yeah, so that's just some real guns I bought that were inspired by some airsoft guns. These are gateway guns. As people might say that are stupid. But anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.